There's Spelliterally, the current project in the lab, and it's super responsive. Since it's an ongoing project, I'm gonna do small videos with update of what I've done so far, and in this one, I'm gonna cover the move between the Mega 2560 to the Wemos D1 Mini. Okay, so I've cut off the connector to the Mega, that was on the back of the Mega, to save the SPI bus. And next step is to create a socket for the Wemos, and then I will solder all the wires underneath. I think I'll do something like this, and then keeping the original bus. I'll have to give up 2 sockets in it because I don't have enough GPIOs, but for now that will do. So let's the soldering begin. Okay, as you can see, the first step is done. Well, it's not solder, but I got a socket for it. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna insert the wire here and just gonna solder into the right pins. I got a fabulous map of the pinouts, fabulous, and I know that this is here because luckily I left myself the previous fabulous wires diagram. So let's solder. So I've soldered the SPI and the first socket, which is this one, and it works great. Now I got to solder 4 more only because I don't have enough pinouts for the extra 2, and we'll be ready. And this is how it looks when it's complete. The reason the LED is blinking like that is that I'm using the D2, which is where the built-in LED is for one of the RFID's cable select. So you're basically seeing each call that is done to it. And now let's go over the software a little bit. The system has few major blocks that are important. One is the RFID, of course. Not going to go into it. It's just 5 RFIDs that are constantly be read and checked for the cards that are on top of them. The next thing is, of course, the web capabilities of the ESP. So we got our web server, of course the Wi-Fi, which is our client to go out to the internet. And then on top of that, what I'm doing is I'm using WebSocket. And the reason I'm using WebSocket is that if you look at the video, the last teaser that I released, the response time is really problematic. It takes time between you part when you need to put the card until you're actually seeing it in the web. And the reason for that is when you're using traditional HTTP requests, you're just doing a request every, I don't know, half a second, stuff like that. And it takes time to response. While when you're working with WebSocket, you have a direct socket into the HTML page and you can update immediately, and the response time is amazing. Now I still have to build a ping pong state to make sure that I'm still alive. That's on the client side. The next big thing that I'm using is the SPIF, the internal memory that you can use almost as a hard drive. And I do 2 really cool things. One thing, as you can see, this is the structure here, is the actual spell words. And what I do is I keep a text file with the name and the txt, and inside of it, I'll edit one. Hold on, I have to drag it into the screen. As you can see, it's just a URL here, and this is what I use to show the image on the other side, meaning on the web page. So I just will send back a JSON with this link to the web page, and it gets placed in the right div as an image. Now the second really cool thing in this change I've just recently done, and the reason for that is that I have 50 new RFID cards and I have to put them into the system. Previously, as you can see, there is an array here. I would have just read the card, put all the information here. And I was thinking for a long time what I'm going to do, and this is the solution I came with. What you're seeing here is basically how convenient the 4 byte value of the card presented in hex, but basically in a string. So the X for that will be 7A0FC319. And inside of it, what I do, and again I'll edit one, is I'm putting the character that I want that card to be. And when I'm loading everything, I'm just getting this and I'm trimming it back into the value. It's a bit twisted, but I think it's really cool idea of how to handle it. And this will allow me later on to put other things inside. I'm not sure what the other things are, but I can relate a card to something else if I would like to. There's a lot more work to do, and the reason I'm not releasing the code yet is that I want to make some form of a manager for the cards inside, so it'll be really easy to insert cards into the game and then start playing. Well, I hope you liked the video. If so, thumbs up, share it, and if you haven't done it yet, subscribe to the channel. Thank you.